My question, in absolute essence, you have to boil it down to an essence. What have you learned about how to be a successful leader, which you wish you kind of knew when you were young? Who wants to start?
Maybe
Maybe,
your turn to go first.
yeah, maybe it's Luke's turn to go first.
I think for me personally, think something that I could have been taught maybe from my younger years, and that I would have liked to implement. I could have saved myself a lot of heartache. Is diplomacy. As much as we get exposed to it in church, the way we grow up in our families, the way we grow up in our schools and our educational societies, sometimes you've got to fight your way to get things done or to do things. And that fighting spirit remains with you unless you tame it. And I think maybe it's taken me a few years to understand that you can get a lot more achieved in life with diplomacy as opposed to with a fiery heart that you can so easily justify often because your heart's in the right place or your intentions are good. But I think just finding clever ways diplomatically to approach situations and finding your results with a level of diplomacy as opposed to with too much assertiveness.
Thank you, Luke. Yeah, there's so much you can
I
put
hope
in.
that makes sense.
Yeah, there's so many words you can put
Mm.
into diplomacy there. Hey, just sort of a softer approach or whatever it is. No, thank you for that. Often when we're younger, we more aggressive to get things done. You know, we overcompensate. As we get older, we become more relaxed and more calm, and we do things more diplomatically. Carl, your essence is learning.
Sure. It's a very broad question, I guess. The obvious principles come to mind, delegation, diplomacy, as you pointed out. But I think the one thing, I was in a session in the DRC recently with the team that leads the company, basically. And I was asked a similar question. My response was simply that, don't ever think, even if you are the subject expert, if you will, meeting, that you know everything, because you don't. So I guess to encapsulate that, or just to summarize it, is just to always be willing to learn, always be ever learning, in other words. Go into a situation, into a meeting, etc., an open mind. That you're there to learn, you're there to teach as well, and instruct often, but you're there to learn at the same time.
Thank you so much. Those are really brilliant gems. Thank you so much, guys.